We'll get one of somebody who's spoken in the past at Ignite, and she's back to give us another talk. She's telling us about how Analogue is back. And so you're welcome to the stage, Kate James.
Hi everyone. I'm going first. I'm Kate James, lovely to see you all. I am a journalist and communications expert in Liverpool. This is my 5th Ignite, as if you've done 57. Oh, it's so scary. Analogue is back is a bit of a stretch because it never went anywhere, so we all know it was still there underground, rumbling away. And I think really what I'm trying to kind of portray to you this evening is the fact that community is actually back, and it's back with a bang. This is me. I got to sneak, I didn't sneak, I was invited over the barriers at the Western Approaches to actually put on the headphones, and that is the OG switchboard that helped win the Battle of the Atlantic, which is just incredible. I actively seek this stuff out. I don't actually know what Analogue means. Apparently this is the kind of justification. To me, it means old stuff that made me dead happy. That just lovely, lovely, warm memories of things and people. One of which is maps. I used to travel with my dad up to the northeast every weekend. We would have an argument because I could never get the bugger to fold back in as it was supposed to, and it got shoved back under the car seat. And I was never looking at the way. We knew the way, but I just loved looking at it. And I did sit an aptitude test to join the Navy as a cartographer and failed. Other things that made me really happy that are analogue to me. So, I can't believe I never got to interview Cilla Black as a journalist. It kills me to this day. I loved Blind Date. I loved that she was just so warm, and all the other things there, you know, riding bikes, etc., going to the shop for a quarter of sweets because you had to speak to people. My dad had one of these, and I love the fact that a wireless radio just meant that you'd get the news on the hour and the weather on the hour, and it would come to you when it was ready. I got my first Sony Walkman and thought I was super cool, and my community actually kind of like folded in a little bit then because I got headphones thinking I was cool, and I never had a pocket big enough to put a Discman in either, which was frustrating. I was about to say the trilogy, but there's 4. Do you remember this? This is the internet before the internet happened. If you needed to ring someone, you just don't get the book. Imagine GDPR now. I'm walking around with your record of achievement, like, look at me, I did some exams. Elizabeth, God, that's a horrendous photograph, sorry. Do you know that Elizabeth Duke was the Argos founder's wife? True story, actual cultural icon. I think I did actually get some crappy earrings out of there back in the day. The Leeds contingent will know this. This is the phone booth from the end of your road. They've just come back from university. This is what phone booths look like now, but we used to go and we used to put those special codes in where you get to listen to music. Does anybody ever remember that? Do you also remember that there used to be loads of like dodgy cards and stuff that you probably shouldn't look at as a kid? In terms of community coming back, this is the blue coat, and it makes my heart sing. This is my kind of social media. More of this in your local supermarket, in schools even. Does anybody else wish that they kept all of the old stuff? Because now it's so expensive, I can't actually afford it. 600 quid for a stereo. Absolutely crazy. But again, you know, we knew what all the buttons did, and you know, your mum and dad would shout at you. We've moved into hobby maxing as well, which again makes me so happy. According to the BBC, massive bags are back after London Fashion Week 2025 because we're trying to shove all of our favourite things in them rather than to just be fashionable. And I mean, they literally fit everything. As I say, my daughter's away at university, and she's realised that a lot of conversations that are worth having happen when people are smoking or vaping outside, and she doesn't, so she takes bubbles instead, and she stands outside and blows bubbles. Listening sessions at the Jacaranda, just incredible. Go and just listen to something for the first time. Do you remember upstairs at Leafley you also used to do listening sessions? Best thing ever. Go and listen to a vinyl album as it was meant to be. These are just some examples of some incredible things that are happening across the city. Girls on the Go, I absolutely take my hat off to them. So welcoming and wholly inclusive, and loads of really cool stuff. Really good friend of mine, Michelle O'Dwyer, who runs Community Cookery. You could, any day of the week in Liverpool now, you can go and play board games, you can learn to sew, you could go do pottery, if ghost is your favourite thing. Far too messy for me. But my point being, you can go and learn these skills on your doorstep. Now, at a time when this has happened, and it's split opinions and whatnot, I can't help but think we're all leaning towards it anyway. I say all, that's probably a little bit more encompassing, but I think there's definitely a movement towards moving back to getting back to things that make us feel connected and that we belong. So for me, community is back. Thank you.